Hey, what's up guys, it's Cortex back with another OS guide. Today I want to talk about something that I really struggled with and what most of you probably also struggled with, and it's losing your combo. And I want to teach you guys how to stop losing your damn combo in FCing maps. This video will be more about slider breaking, but if you want to learn more about jumps or missing notes, then you can that will be covered in another video. And this video will be in 3 parts again. So first part is reverse sliders, second is short sliders, and third is going to be your normal average slider. And FCing maps is really important for PP and global ranking. That's how you get up. And so FC your maps, please. And all the links will be in the description, and if this didn't help you out as much as you thought, I'll link some other tutorials, guides in the description as well, so you guys can check them out, and hope you guys enjoy. So first of all, I want to talk about reverse sliders. These are really annoying because you have to follow the arrow back of the slider, and sometimes the arrows appear more than once, which is just unpredictable sometimes. And I want to show you guys how to deal with these and not release early, like you're missing an arrow going backwards or something. So the way you do this is look at the next circle's approach circle. So when it almost reaches the actual hit circle, then that's when you know you have to release, because obviously the game has to give you enough time to move. So that's how I do it. Just look at the next circle's approach and just determine when you have to release your current slider hold on the reverse slider, and you should be alright then. So let me give you guys a few examples on how it works. So first, let's just start off with like a normal slider with one arrow going backwards. When you're playing higher rating, star rating maps and BPM maps, it's harder to read how many arrows are gonna be on a slider to go back. And right here, I can see that I just came back from the arrow on the slider, and I see the approach circle on number 4 is almost closing in. So therefore, I can kind of predict that there won't be another arrow making me go back, and number 4 will be our next circle after coming back from the current arrow. So I don't have to hesitate to know to think about like the arrows, and I can just straight up like predict that after coming back from the arrow, then I have to move my cursor to number 4 to continue the song. So like this, yeah. Another tip I can give you guys on multiple reverse arrow sliders is to listen to the hit sounds and the music and sort of sync those back and forth slider movements with the music, so that way you can predict that the slider is gonna end and you have to move to the next circle, or you will kind of either release too late and miss the next circle, or you release too early and you break your combo. Either way, it's gonna be very sad. So you want to just listen carefully to the music and the hit sounds, and you will get it right. So now I'm gonna talk about the short sliders. These guys are really annoying, especially when they come in groups like of 4 and you have to like hit them when they're like spaced apart like a jump. So that's the tip. Think of them as a jump and not a slider. That way you'll hit all of them. But instead of hitting them like they're actually jumps, you want to move your cursor a bit in the direction where the slider is pointing, so you actually don't slider break. That way you can still keep your combo and get past the barrier. So I'm gonna give you guys an example over here on how to deal with this stuff. So right here, you can see slider 7 and slider 8, like the numbers on the sliders. Both of them are pretty short sliders, and you want to treat 7 and 8 like a 1-2 jump. But instead of treating them like a jump, you want to kind of pull your cursor downwards in the direction of the slider. So when you jump, you still hit the slider. So when I play this, I want you guys to pay attention to my cursor movement and just think about how this can be a 1-2 jump in a player's perspective. You can notice how I kind of like jumped in between them and also dragged it downwards a little bit so I don't break the slider. On number 7, I kind of didn't drag it all the way, but you get the idea on how to actually play them. So there's not much for me to say about normal sliders. I hope all of you can actually play them properly. But on normal sliders, you don't want to kind of start in the middle or outside of the slider, or you will slider break and you'll hear the sound, which is super depressing. You want to prioritize hitting the actual circle first and then dealing with the slider afterwards. So you don't hit the middle of the slider or hit like outside of the slider. You want to hit the circle and then deal with the slider afterwards so you don't break anything. I'm sorry this is a bit of a scuffed guide, but honestly there's not much for me to say on playing sliders. It's really down to personal preference and how you look at them. But anyways, just a quick recap. If they're short sliders, think of them as a jump. If normal sliders, then you want to make sure you hit the circle and deal with the slider movement afterwards. And on reverse sliders, you just want to kind of sync your holding to the music. And other than that, I'll just post everything in the description, everything you need, and some other guides and stuff. And if this helped, or if anything helped, then make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any future content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.